Okay, today for my first project, I've got some jute, a little sticker from Dollar Tree, and some foam core. So let's get right to it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my measuring sheet thing. I don't even know what it's called. I use it for sewing, but I'm going to mark off the lines so that this looks like planks of wood. So I'm just marking, they're going to be 2 inches wide, and so I'm just marking these off so that I can draw the lines so that it will look like wood planks. And now that I'm finishing that up, you can tell that some of them got messed up a little bit, and I'm okay with that because it's going to end up looking like chipped and scratched pieces. So I'm taking my burnt umber with a chippy brush, and I'm just lightly putting it over it. If you don't put it light and you put dark or full coats, your foam core will bow up. So to keep it from bowing up, I just go slowly, and I'm doing it so dry that it's literally almost dry before I get to the next section. And I just keep working the brown until I get it looking exactly the way I want it to look. And it's going to take me a couple of minutes because I just keep going over it and over it till I get it exactly the way I want it. And you can see now there is quite a bit of paint on there, but because I did it slow, it's not bowing up at all. So I'm done with that. Now I grab 2 smaller pieces that I cut for the ends. So I'm doing the same thing with them, just getting those done slowly. And now I'm grabbing some white and I'm going over this again so it's not quite so dark, so that it has a little bit of white on there. And now I'm getting ready to place the lettering on, and then I'm going to add those end pieces. And it's a little hard to see in this light. It says faith can move mountains. So I'm going to go ahead and hot glue those on both those ends. And then I'm going to flip it over, and I've got that jute, and I've just cut a piece, and I'm going to hot glue it on for a hanger. Then I'm going to set it aside, and I'm going to grab this buffalo check ribbon that I got from Walmart at Christmas time on clearance for 90% off. So I'm just using my bow maker and making the first loops 5 inches. I make 4 at 5, then I go down to 2 at 4, and then I think I do 2 at 2 or 3, and then I do just one little single one. That way I have a little loop in the center. And I've got my wire there so that I can just wrap it up. So once I get that done, I'm going to pull it off the bow maker and move my bow maker out of the way and grab my wire, and I'm just going to place it right through there and just pull it tight and twist it. And then I'm using my needle nose pliers and pull it really tight. Trim that off and tuck it under. And then I'm going to start puffing it up, like poofing it up, spreading those loops and making them nice and fluffy and really pretty. And then I'm going to fold those corners and dovetail the ends. Once I get it the way I like it, then I'm going to grab that and I'm going to figure out exactly where I want it, and I'm just hot gluing it right to it. Now the tails are hanging down, so I'm going to move those and make them stay off to the side and glue it. And that is that project, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hi everyone, I am so glad you joined us today. I am taking part in a hop. There's 4 other YouTube channels joining me today in this collaboration hop. In the description box below is a link to the next channel in this collaboration. It's actually a hop. Each channel will be linked to the next and will take you to the crafter in our circle. Please enjoy. Okay, for project 2, I have this tin. I've had it for years and years. I just kept it in my craft room. Wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do. Now those flowers on the front, they are painted on, so I had to cover them. I couldn't pull them off. So this is my chalk paint that I made, and I'm just going to cover this. I end up covering it with 3 coats to get a complete coverage on this tin. So once I get it done, then I'm going to come in with some black paint, and you'll see what I end up doing with that. And now I am going to do this the 3rd coat, and that's when it looks really good and completely covered. And I did go on the inside and paint around partially way down so that if you did see into it, you wouldn't see the galvanized. So I'm going to go ahead and get that all painted, that 3rd coat. And I'm using my heat gun. I used it in between each layer of paint, and I'm just making sure it is completely dry before I move on to the next part of this. Now here is my black chalk paint that I made, and I'm putting it around the top edge, and then I'm going to put it around the bottom edge. So I'm just going to work on that. It doesn't take too long to get it all on there, but it makes it look like more of an enamel. So I'm just working at it to get it completely covered, and then I'm going to do around the bottom edge with that black as well. And I'm not trying to be like picture perfect. I want it to be a little bit messed up because I want it to look like it's old, rustic, and just kind of chipped up a little bit. So that's why you can see I'm not getting it really well done on there. And I'm just working at it and seeing if there's any edges where I'm missing, and I'm okay with getting paint on it in other spots. If you've ever seen old galvanized things or not galvanized, I can't think of the word, but you'll see paint that's chipped off. Okay, now I got this stencil from the Dollar Tree, and I am going to use it on the front of this little container, and I'm just using a stipple brush, and I'm going to put this on here, and I'm going to spell out homegrown. And I kind of start in the center, and then I start working my way out because I don't want it to look off-centered. And I didn't have any bleed through at all. When you don't use very much paint, you're less apt to. And even if I did, I could have gone back and fixed it. So you'll see here I'm going to start, because grown, I'm starting with the O, it's in the center, and then I'll move out one side to the other to make sure that I get it on there centered pretty good. I didn't make no lines, so I didn't know for sure, but it turns out looking really good. Once I'm done with that, I am going to grab some Floral Foam from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to fit this in to the container. I'm just going to cut it in different pieces just so that I can get it in there, and then I'm going to pull it all out, and I'm going to hot glue it in. So that way, and I'm using my little ladybug vacuum cleaner. I have a link for that in my Amazon link. I'm on my Amazon storefront, and I have a Linktree, so you can find all my links there, and I will have that link in my description box so that you can go there and see all the different things I have in my description box. So here I am. I'm getting this all glued in, and then I'm going to grab some more of a springy flowers, and I'm going to do a flower arrangement. I used to do flower arrangements back when I used to work in a discount craft store, and I had to do flower arrangements for people all the time. So I just start putting the tallest in the center, make it smaller, and then just work around it till it looks really good. I know from this shot you can't see what I'm doing really well, but I'll show you at the end. This turns out to be extremely pretty, so I'm going to let you listen to some music while you watch me do this. Once I get all the flowers in, then I grab a eucalyptus that I purchased from Walmart. The flowers all came from Dollar Tree, but the eucalyptus came from Walmart. So I'm just cutting it apart, and I'm putting it from side to side just so that it fits on there really good, and it just ends up making it look really awesome. And if you guys wouldn't mind hitting the subscription box, or button, as well as give me a big thumbs up and hit the notification bell. If you hit it twice, that helps my channel to grow so I can reach more of you. And I hope you guys have a blessed day. Bye.